even some Republicans, specifically from Tennessee, are tired of the Koch brothers meddling in their elections, and they're tired of money in politics. Raw Story reports, quote, "The Kochs pour cash into Republican campaigns and steer pro-business policies through their Americans for Prosperity organization, which attacks GOP lawmakers who are insufficiently supportive. That's what happened to State Representative Kevin Brooks, who asked his GOP colleagues to at least consider Republican Governor Bill Haslam's plan to use federal dollars and extend Medicaid health coverage to 280,000 low-income residents through his Insure Tennessee proposal." They continue, they say, AFP, Americans for Prosperity, launched a series of radio ads claiming that Brooks, the House Assistant Majority Leader, had betrayed voters by flip-flopping on Obamacare. Insure Tennessee ultimately failed twice in this year's General Assembly after AFP attacks on Brooks and GOP state representatives Jimmy Eldridge and John Holsclaw for their perceived support of the governor's plan. But the Koch brothers' disproportionate influence on the state's politics rubbed some Republicans the wrong way, including the governor's top political advisor. So, understand what happened here. You had some Republicans in the state of Tennessee essentially realize that there's no downside whatsoever to expand Medicaid. In fact, it's only upsides, and you're literally going to save the lives of people in your state. You're literally going to save the lives of your constituents. And also understand that politics at the state level and the local level is much less corrupt than politics is at a national level. So these guys saw a problem and saw the solution. The problem is 280,000 low-income residents who are in this gap where they don't have any health coverage whatsoever. And the idea was, well, expand Tennessee's state program and expand Medicaid and make it so that we cover these people and they don't, like, die if they get sick or go bankrupt. So they were doing the right thing. These Tennessee Republicans were doing the right thing. And the Koch brothers stepped in as a third party, not involved in Tennessee, but they stepped in and said, I don't like the fact that now we have some Tennessee Republicans who are actually looking out for the people of Tennessee. So what we're going to do is we're going to run ads against these guys and make everybody in Tennessee think that these guys are, you know, bad guys and, oh, they're really liberal, which, of course, to your average Tennessee voter, that they go, oh, I don't like no damn liberals. And they make it seem like, oh, these guys love Obama, so vote them out. So they run all these, like, deceptive ads, which totally mislead from the main issue here, which is more people are going to get health insurance, and they screw these people over. And now even Tennessee Republicans are going, you know, this whole money in politics thing, this might be a problem. Yeah, no shit, it's a problem. They're realizing it's a problem now that the money is being used against them. And think about how absurd the facts are. Think about how absurd it is that you have the Koch brothers who have nothing to do with what's going on with these people, right? It's Tennessee, it's a state, and they're talking about low-income people in Tennessee, but the Koch brothers are so anti-Medicaid and so anti-government that they step in and they're like, even though we have nothing to do with this, we're going to screw over those 280,000 low-income residents because it disagrees with our philosophy. So we're going to essentially buy the policy we want. And the policy we want is screw these people, let them have no health insurance or health care. If they go bankrupt, let them go bankrupt. If they die, let them die. We don't care. So now even Tennessee Republicans are going, whoa, 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 whoa. This is what's become of our democracy? So we think of something that can help the people, and that's a smart idea, and there's no downside to it whatsoever. But a third party, an independent third party, steps in, and they say, we're just gonna smear you nonstop in the media and buy ad time and make it so that you're not going to be in power ever again because you dared to do something decent for your constituents. This is how you know it's gotten too far, man. We've gone too far. This is how you know it. When even Tennessee Republicans are like, wait, this is how it works? I mean, it's not even a question anymore. What we have is a government of, by, and for the rich. A government of, by, and for the billionaires. This is an oligarchy. That's what this is. This is an oligarchy, or you could call it a kleptocracy, or you could call it a plutocracy. They're all different political science terms that basically mean the same thing, more or less. Government of, by, and for the rich, of, by, and for an elite ruling class. And it's gotten to the point now where even state politicians can be considered like you're not part of that class. You're not with us enough, so we're going to crush you. So if it's not Democrats making decisions in Tennessee, and it's not even the Republican Party making decisions in Tennessee, and it's certainly not the people of Tennessee making the decisions, who controls the policy? And that's the main point of this story. It's the billionaires, the Koch brothers. In this case, they literally controlled the policy that was implemented in Tennessee. Absolutely disastrous.